Hello everybody, and welcome to hell. Because, yeah, it's time to burn. Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Curseof and welcome back to another video. Today we are here for a bit of a late video on the whole Twisted Nightmares train, we'll say. Obviously this dropped, all this news dropped on May 1st. It is now May 6th that I'm recording this. So because of that, I do want to take a bit of a different approach, but I will be talking about some of the new cards coming out in Twisted Nightmares. But yeah, like I said, a bit of a different approach. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about my top 5 picks from the cards coming out in the new set on May 15th. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. But yeah, it's sick to actually see all these new cards revealed, all these new cards drop, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about these cards and show you which ones I think are going to definitely impact the meta. But yeah, like I said, I'm super excited to talk about this, so let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. So chilling at number 5 for me personally, by the way, please don't roast me in the comments because you think these cards aren't as good as what I'm saying they are. I think they're really powerful cards. No, I know they're really powerful cards. Anyway, like I said, chilling at the number 5 spot for me from this set, we have Nightmare Wheel. Oh boy. So you might see me look at my screen a bit because I do have the cards up here, but yeah, so Nightmare Wheel. Burn, baby, burn. Nightmare Wheel is literally just your Spellbinding Circle and your Mask of the Accursed. You took them both. You took all their good qualities and you smashed them together. It's a trap that is like, okay, Nightmare Wheel, boom. It has the burn for Mask of the Accursed. It has the no changing battle position of Spellbinding Circle. It also has the ability to target face down monsters like Spellbinding Circle and doesn't get popped when they go face down like Mask. But it isn't like Spellbinding Circle where the monster has to be destroyed to destroy this card. It just says, when the monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So it doesn't stick around on the field like Circle, but it can target face down monsters like Circle, and it has the burn like Mask, and they can't. It's literally just these two cards, all the good attributes. Bam! Here's a much better card, and yeah, let's just burn our opponents to death. Woo! But yeah, so as a lot of you guys already know, Spellbinding Circle is already used in basically every single stall and burn strategy in the game currently. And now that we're chilling on Nightmare Wheel, we basically are going to replace all of our Spellbinding Circles and throw this card in because it's literally just a better Spellbinding Circle. So why not run it? Better Mask, better Spellbinding Circle. And yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, burn baby burn, because oh my god, we have so many burn cards to talk about here. Way too many burn cards and stall cards were added into this game from this set, and Nightmare Wheel is definitely going to be one of the big ones that I think is definitely going to impact the meta a lot here. And we're going to see a lot of people just sitting on Nightmare Wheel and stalling you to death. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But anyway, that's my number 5 pick. Chilling here at my number 4 slot, I have a bit of a competition between two cards, between Offerings to the Doomed and Tribute to the Doomed. Which one do I think is better? Personally, I'm going to have to go with Offerings to the Doomed. So obviously in the main TCG, people are going to look at both Tribute to the Doomed and Offerings to the Doomed and say, well, these cards are ass. But in speed duels, it's a very, very different story. Although Tribute to the Doomed does, like, it is a -1 to remove your opponent's monster. You can even potentially argue the same with Offerings to be a -1 because you actually skip your following draw phase. And, well, the draw phase is genuinely one of the most important things in the entire card game. But just having that powerful generic removal makes both these cards amazing. And the reason I actually go with Offerings to the Doomed over Tribute is for that spell speed to quick play spell effect. Since Offerings is a quick play spell, you can actually set it and follow up with it on your opponent's turn, potentially baiting like maybe a Dust Tornado, or like stopping them like partway through their play. Maybe they target one of their own monsters with like a Parasite, for example, and you can pop their own monster here, or you can stop them from even attacking because you have monster destruction during their turn. So because of that, overall, I think it makes Offerings to the Doomed a more powerful card than Tribute. But some decks that do prefer having certain monsters in their graveyard, maybe you want to hit, I don't know, you want to put a Djinn in graveyard for Relinquished. I know it's not the best example, but it does work, and the Tribute to the Doomed might be a preferred card for certain decks, but overall, just the versatility that Offerings has over Tribute, I think makes it a better card overall. But just having that generic monster removal in the game is crazy, and it's crazy to see it coming out so early. Just target one face-up monster, pop it. You can out things like Moth, you can out the very powerful Thousand Eyes Strict that's now chilling. You can out a card that I'm going to mention in a little bit that's going to be problematic. You can out Lava Golem, you can out literally just like a bunch of things. And yeah, well, Offerings is honestly crazy, and I think it's going to see a lot of play, at least in the side deck, but this is going to be a very, very powerful card. Oh boy, I told you Burn was going to be prevalent when I mentioned Nightmare Wheel. Well, welcome to Burn Card 2 in the number 3 spot on this top 5 list here. We have Zoma the Spirit. You know, trap monsters are usually pretty garbage, but when you have like, I don't know, an 1800 attack trap monster that also burns your opponent based on the attack of the monster that ran over Zoma, you're in an absolutely insane situation here. If Moth runs over Zoma, your opponent is committing to taking 3,500 damage, and if they can't game you that turn, they basically just lose, because if you're running Zoma, I feel pretty confident that you're running a burn deck. So yeah, Zoma just offering so much. Not only is it an 1800 body, which competes with things like your Gear Fiend, for example, or there's a new normal monster that's also 18, whose name I can't remember, but him as well. Along with that, you literally burn your opponent for equal damage that their monster would give. That's literally insane. You don't take any of the damage of Zoma's in defense, and you do so much to your opponent. Like, your opponent basically has to, in circumstances, pop it with Dust Tornado or with Double Cyclone, or spend their Offerings to the Doomed or their Tribute to the Doomed to out this card. That's so insane. The fact that Zoma forces your opponent to use so many good cards to hit it, you can literally protect other cards like Nightmare Wheel. And that's the thing too. If your opponent decides that they have to focus on outing your Nightmare Wheel instead, well, now they're giving your Zoma more playability, and now your opponent basically has to swing into Zoma to out it because they put so much focus on that Nightmare Wheel. Overall, Zoma is genuinely such a powerful card and offers so much to this game with that burn, that 1800 body. Burn is going to see so much prevalence in the upcoming format. It's going to be insane. And yeah, I'm not even done talking about Burn. Let's move on to the next card. So for this next slot, we have another sort of double card slot on the go here. We have Lava Golem and Santa Claus. But like I said, let's talk about Burn again. So Lava Golem here, 1000 burn. Every single standby phase? Okay. We have Nightmare Wheel for 500. We have Zoma that does damage equal to the monster that killed it. And we have Lava Golem for that 1000 burn. To tribute over any problematic monsters your opponent has. They think they can relinquish, like Stuck Up Zoma, or I don't know, try and put Zoma in attack and swing over it, and stuff like that. We have literally Lava Golem, and we can target Lava Golem with Nightmare Wheel. Lava Golem Nightmare Wheel is literally 1500 burn damage. Like, every single damn turn. That's literally insane. Along with that, you just have generic removal for problematic cards. Like, if we do see Thousand Eyes Restrict with a lot of play, well, here's your Thousand Eyes Restrict out. Or maybe they sit on Thousand Eyes Restrict and they're just trying to stall you for, you know, they don't want to, you know, they just want to sit in one Restrict and stall you out. That's chill. We have Santa Claus. Santa Claus does not require your opponent to have 2 monsters. You can literally just tribute 1 monster, give them that Santa Claus. Along with that, Santa Claus doesn't eat up your normal summon. He is literally a kaiju. Santa Claus is genuinely a kaiju, with the drawback of during the end phase, that it was special summoned that way. Whoever controls Santa Claus gets to draw a card, so your opponent's going to get to pick up a card during the end phase. So you give your opponent like a +1, but you can out literally any problematic monster. And if you out Santa Claus, or if you take control of Santa Claus or anything like that, then you can just stop your opponent from getting that that extra draw. Along with that, though, just not eating up your normal summon is absolutely huge. The fact that Santa Claus just lets you still play cards after summoning him to your opponent's field makes it very, very viable to run over this guy. He's a literal amazing out to Moth. And then along with that, playing Relinquished, you can tribute face-down monsters and suck up a bigger monster. Overall, you literally have a kaiju in the game now, or you could have a 2 tribute kaiju with Lava Golem that offers burn. Even though it eats up your normal summon, do you really have to worry about normal summoning now? I mean, we have Zoma. Just special summon Zoma, ram it into Lava Golem, make your opponent take 3k, and then end your turn and have them burn themselves to death. What the fuck? Okay, quickly before we get into our number 1 slot with that best card from these sets, let's go through a couple honorable mentions. Cards that I also think are going to impact the meta, but not as much as the cards that I have already mentioned. So first off, we have Gap. So Gap the Divine Soldier, basically, I think he's honestly the best tribute monster if you were to not bring up Oracle or what's it called? Dark Red Enchanter. And maybe Santa Claus also can be a decent tribute too, considering its special summon effect is not the only way you can summon it. You can actually just tribute summon it to your own field if you got Floodgated or something. But Gap, obviously a really good, you know, you Floodgate my monster, okay, I'll tribute over my monster to drop Gap. But Gap actually forces all monsters on the field face up and stops all flip effects from occurring. So it's going to stop, obviously, Maneater, your opponent's Mask of Darkness if they're running the stall package. It's going to stop the new Old Vendic Magician. And overall, it's a super powerful tribute monster. I mean, it's 2200 body in general, and you get to stop all flip effects. So I can see this card having a lot of potential play in the format. Even potentially just as a side deck card to go up against like Moth or any deck that runs a lot of flip summons. Along with that, for our other honorable mention, we have New Doria. So as far as I'm concerned, unless you're running a water deck, New Doria is better Yomi shit. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, just target 1 monster on the field, destroy that target. Yes, New Doria targets, but it's basically the reason a lot of people like Maneater over Yomi, with the fact that when it's hit, you get to pick what monster you want it out. It isn't the one that attacked it. So you don't have to rely on Moth running into Yomi to kill Moth, or Moth running into Sphere to kill Moth. Any monster runs over New Doria, and you can target what monster to kill. So if you're looking for a bigger body than Maneater, maybe you don't need Maneater because you're not running an insect deck, and you're looking for maybe dark support, New Doria is a absolutely fantastic card. Along with that, it's just a bigger, lower defense, so it's going to get killed more often than Yomi, and bigger attack, so it can actually poke for more damage than Yomi. I think it's just a better Yomi, and we'll see a decent bit of play. But anyway, let's move on to big boy number 1. Burn cards, amazing. Burn cards are so powerful. Burn's gonna be so prevalent. Generic removal, amazing. But who even cares about that shit when we literally have Allure of Darkness? I just gotta read this effect because, okay, this is literally nuts. Bam, bam, ready? The first 3 words, maybe one with a number. Draw 2 cards. You pop this, draw 2 cards. Then banish 1 dark monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. Okay. Do you not realize how many good dark monsters we already have in the game? We have Dark Red Enchanter, we have Despair from the Dark, we have Blast Sphere, we have Sphere Karibo. Along with that, how many good dark monsters were already added to the game now? 2 I mentioned in the honorable mentions being Gap and Eudoria. And we can just pick up 2? This is a Wonder Wand. They can't target this with their Dust Tornado and pop it. They can't. We don't have to eat up our normal summon to pick up 2. We just drop this and draw 2. Also, top decking. Top decking. You top deck Allure of Darkness. You drop a blind Allure. Who cares if it's a blind Allure? Pick up 2. You pick up 2 monsters? Okay, which one do I want? Like, this card is literally insane. It's semi-limited currently in the OCG's Master Rule, and we see it so much in the TCG. In fact, the only deck that I actually play in the TCG and I keep up to date with in the TCG is Cubics, and I love this card in Cubics. This card is phenomenal in Cubics. I think this is crazy that we're actually seeing this in speed duels, and it's going to up the consistency of so many decks by so much. And yeah, dark support. Darks are going to be crazy. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am super excited to mess around with these new cards because there are so many new cards that are amazing in this set. And these are just the ones that I noted in my head when looking it over and looking into what you can do with this stuff. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I highly recommend hitting the like button down below. And if you're new, please consider subscribing because it's greatly appreciated. When this gets uploaded, I'm only at 99, but I'm almost at 100 subs, which is absolutely sick. This grind is really paying off, and I'm having a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.